Hi, good evening. How's it going? Today I had a day off for national holiday called Showa no Hi in Japan. How do you spend today? Probably you had to go to work. How was your day? Me, today was holiday, so I try to make the most of this opportunity including learning English and enjoy driving and assembling my favorite thing, Gunpla, Gundam Classic model. But unfortunately, today I couldn't spend as if I really wanted to spend. Let me share it with you. Today, I got up in the early morning to get my caterham out of my garage and enjoy driving. So last week, as I mentioned in previous video, I got that car out of my garage with maintenance in the battery, air pressure of tires, and the stuff like that. And last night, I recharged the battery of Caterham, so I thought driving my Caterham was already ready. So I thought in tomorrow morning, that means today's morning, I will be able to have a fun time with Caterham. But today, the engine wouldn't start. That was really sad thing for me. But I did have a jump starter, so I forced my Caterham to start the engine, and I drove to Toge area to have exciting driving. But since I started the engine using jump starter, so if I was afraid that the engine wouldn't start again if I stop the engine. So after driving Toge area, I returned my garage and parked my Caterham and then stopped the engine. After that, I tried to restart the engine since the battery has already charged. The reason I think is just because I drove for more than 1 hour, so that is enough time to recharge the battery using alternator of the car. However, as I said, my Caterham didn't start. So that automatically means the battery of my Caterham already dead. I contacted the dealership to replace the battery of Caterham, but starting tomorrow, they will have the day off because of Golden Week. This is kinda long holidays in Japan as a combining national holiday. And in addition, the stock of battery is not clear since distributor of battery was not accessible because of to because of their days off. Yeah, we I am also taking the days off. Simultaneously, a lot of kind of people are taking a day off. It depends on the company. I'm I'm working tomorrow and day for tomorrow, but some of people in Japan has a day off tomorrow and day after tomorrow. It's up to the company and responsibility. Ultimately, um, the staff working hotel, restaurant, and airport usually works 74 hours, 7 days. So probably instead of Golden Week, they will have, I hope they will have the days of other days, using other days. Okay. Anyway, let's pick up where we left off. Let's get back on the track. Okay. So that's why I'm not able to know when I can replace the battery. And I bought my Caterham last year, so this is a brand new car for me. And I bought that car as a new car, so battery was also new one. And this is what make me disappointed because in my view battery lives at least a couple of years. On the other hand, my battery has been dead in 1 year. So that was really disappointing for me. So what I'm thinking is even though I replace the battery to genuine one, which is same I'm using, I'm afraid that battery will die in 1 year. So I'm thinking that I might well use another battery, third party one is more preferable for me. But if I try to use it, I have to um, cut or drill the Caterham's body. That is not acceptable for me. What I mean is, it's not easy to assemble another third party battery to my Caterham. So in this time, I might as well choose the genuine one. I don't want to worry about anything. It's overwhelming. I just want to have a fun with driving without overthinking anything. Okay, and today I wanted to practice uh, speaking the presentation where I have to do it at the initial meeting for internship. there are so many technical terms and concepts I have to walk him through. So it's really challenging for me. Like it not only it's the first time, but also I have to talk about it clearly and simply. But one of my tutors said to me, you don't have to think about it so seriously and you don't have to be so nervous. So you already speak English fluently. So just be yourself. I really appreciate he giving me this kind of compliment and encouragement. Okay, so in this video, let me call off speaking the one section of presentation. Okay, let me prepare it. Just a moment. Okay. I just want to practice explaining Gerber data. See, this is the US 1718 which allow you to generate testing point using Gerber data. This is one of my products. In this internship, I'd like you to implement one fundamental, critical, and pivotal function which is used for a couple of functions. So what I mean is what you are implementing in your internship, your challenge is very pivotal for our product. Okay? So at first, I'd like to talk about Gerber data. Okay. And Gerber data is consists of aperture, line, arc, polygon. It's very simple. And this is a text-based data. And at first, aperture. Aperture defines a shape and size of the tool, similar to pen chip. Okay? So a part is here is a part. Part is defined by flashing the aperture at the specific coordinate. And also lines are drawn by moving the aperture from point A to point B. See, here, this is a line. And at the beginning of the line, you can see this circle. This is aperture. Aperture is moving from here to here. Then you can see the line with width. Okay. Arcs is also created by using the same concept. And also, furthermore, polygon are defined by the border of them. See, how can I say? A path is created counterclockwise, then that describe a field area. So you can create the polygon which has been filled. Okay? And then you can see already the layout design of the bearboard from Gerber data. And after that, using this graphic data, which is text-based data, you have to create and calculate testing point. How do you realize it? How to identify the endpoint of the patterns, how to distinguish the connection groups. This is what we want to say, like our goal. Let's see the example. Here, this magenta line patterns are connected. This is a pattern which is connected. At first glance, here and here is separated. But in these days, bearboards are created multi-layer. Okay, today, let's call it off. Thank you for listening today as well. And thank you for listening for a long time. What I mean is, today's video already took 16 minutes. So I will finish it. Okay, thank you for listening. Have a good night. Bye.